are live now, and
Oh,
for anybody setting up, uh,
hello.
welcome to our talks on the Legend of Vox Machina. If you, if you're gonna be coming in later, you're gonna get us with the full edits and the clips and such. But we're just gonna talk about the points since we've already watched the first episode and kind of had some problems with the reactionary bits.
Yeah, this is a surviving portion of what was supposed to be a full reaction series.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we had some I don't know what we call them, technical difficulties.
yeah, technical difficulties, YouTube being dick difficulties type of thing.
YouTube being difficulties. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, um, there's going to be another video that is going to set up, and for those of you who are watching the unedited version, if you wanted to do that, I promise you it's not as fun. You're gonna be probably watching it because you've got the exclusive content,
woohoo.
the behind the scenes, if you will. But yeah,
Okay, behind the scenes content. Let's make
yeah.
some.
Um, in all honesty, I'm a big fan of this, and I'm gonna be doing this a lot. I will be referencing the first campaign a lot whenever we're watching this show. I've seen all of campaign 1 and I've got a decent memory of it.
Hmm.
Um and just watching The Legend of Vox Machina does bring up some things. So whenever I watch something and it's different or it's the same and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome," or that was different." I get to remember that and point it out. I've got a few talking points that I've already written up for this episode. The things that I found interesting and such that I liked specifically from the episode. I don't
Okay.
know what you've written, Alex, but
I've got some stuff floating around over here I could
mhm.
point out. Um,
Well, do you want to start us off, or do you want me to bring up the first
yeah,
talking point?
let me do the first part. I'll give it kind of a synopsis from my noob's eyes,
Hmm.
right? Let me break it down. So and then we'll go into like the deeper part with yours in the second.
Yeah.
Um so right off the bat, we have what appears to be a transition to like a peaceful period, immediately cut off by a dragon invasion, right? The
Yeah.
chromatic conclave comes through. The guy, it's almost like a horror movie trope where the guy
Hmm.
says like, "Just stick with me, everything will be," and then he gets instantly destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? We
Hmm.
lose Uriel. Right? Am I saying?
And getting to like actually the first talking point, yeah, Uriel's death. We touched up a little bit on it, but
Yeah. So Uriel passed away.
uh
Um,
died
and
in a fog of poison.
yeah, that was what did you think of that death scene? It felt like they were trying to give him a good one. Like make it
Hmm.
he's a very important character.
Hmm.
You don't just have them die off screen. So if
Yeah.
they had him kind of like smile at his wife and it was going to be like a moment of like I think it was his wife.
Hmm. Oh yeah, his wife,
Yeah.
and it was one of those um I am dying, but the knowledge that my wife and children are safe is what is important to me. Which is
That's probably what they were trying to imply.
yeah.
But whenever he started bleeding out of his eyes, it's like, all right, pick a lane, guys. You know,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it going to be a nice death or is it going to be a horrible one? You
yeah.
know, and they kind of hit in the middle, which is a weird call to
Why
make from
not
a
both?
filmmaking. Yeah,
Why
why
can't it
not
be a
both?
nice, horrible death?
Nice and horrible. Yeah, that's very Dungeons and Dragonsy.
Hmm.
I guess that's all. That's the bigger picture is that like you can talk about it. I'm going to try to talk about it from like a filmmaking
Hmm.
perspective since I know more about that than I do about
Hmm.
but the Dungeons and Dragons, like that's always going to be the main point is that this is an homage to something that the
Hmm.
fans are like really excited about, right?
Yeah.
So you have to do it a certain way to make it like a campaign. Even if, so say for example, we had infinite budget
Mhm.
and we had infinite actors, how would you make this show different?
Not really, to be honest.
Exactly, because you're a hyper fan,
Yeah,
right?
I am a
You
hypo
know what I
fan.
mean? If I was gonna come through and I was like, what if we got better CGI and the dragons don't talk, they use telepathy, and
People
it's
of
kind of
Iman, Thordek demands capitulation. Submit to the Cinder
implied,
King.
but it's like the same, like they're talking, but not
Mhm.
really. You'd be like, that's BS. You'd be like, that's not
Mhm.
the spirit of the show.
But I mean,
So that's the
on
bigger
that
picture. Is I
actual
think it's an
point
homage to something, right?
on that actual point, why do you think the dragon shouldn't talk?
Well, so this is what, see, this is going to be kind of unpopular, but from like a filmmaking, they show them infinitely powerful, right?
Not
Like
really. They just
ink.
show them powerful.
Yeah, they aren't infinitely powerful. I stand corrected, but
Yeah.
that's the kind of, as a person who doesn't really know, they're destroying the entire city. I've never seen anything like that in a campaign before.
Mhm.
So, like, it makes them almost seem like like where they should be. How scared would you be of an ancient dragon, right?
Oh, very scared.
But whenever they talk like they got out their thesaurus, it kind of lowers them down to like a humaner level, I guess. From like a,
Mhm.
that's all that I was thinking.
But I
It's
mean,
like it's like it
mhm.
gives them, what's the word for that? It doesn't give them a weakness, right? But it
Mhm.
gives them like a relatable quality where they're
Yeah.
sitting around like, all right, what's going to be the plan, you guys? We gotta play this. We gotta play our cards right. It's like, wait, I thought you guys were infinite, all
No.
powerful. You know,
Well,
I'm just
mm,
saying.
and I mean, definitely whenever you first start seeing them wreck shit up, it is it is the, "Oh my god, these things are so powerful." But I think it is
Moment.
important that they do also talk and bring out that kind of human-ish element, because
Yeah,
regardless, they are villains. They have their own, like,
they
desires and
aren't.
such.
That's where I'm getting it confused. I want this movie to be like about a force of nature, not
Uh-huh.
about a villain.
Yeah.
Right, because that's just my imagination firing off. But
Mhm.
what it is good. What it is
Yeah.
good. I like it.
And definitely the Chroma Conclave, they are not a force of nature. They are literal fun
Villains.
talking point
Yeah.
that I've got pulled up is the shadowy figure that is that is alluded to during the dragon attack. You know,
Mhm.
when Vex is kind of discombobulated and he
Yeah.
sees the shadowy figure, and the next time he looks, it's gone.
Yeah.
I
What's that
think
about?
I think that is foreshadowing the Matron of Ravens.
The Matron of Ravens?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
pretty
is that,
confident in it.
go ahead.
Because no spoilers, it becomes important later.
Mm, the Raven Matron does?
Yeah. And
Oh,
the
okay.
Matron of Ravens is the basic god of death in the world. So
Right.
it makes sense that he would see it, but it is also alluding to so much more, because why is he seeing the Matron of Ravens now?
Yeah. It
So
means something.
it does
So
mean
if you
something.
see a deity that represents death, maybe it's
We've
like death but
already
not for you
talked
type
about the
deal?
callback to season one, but specifically with the Green Dragon, Raishon, and Keyleth. And so far, like, kind of also in the same vein, the guilt Keyleth has expressed so far
I've
with that.
seen you. Those are pretty, but also ominous. Intruder.
Um, because they did a good job to kind of push back to season one and give like a little clip of season one again to show Raishon had seen the party at the beginning. If you If you remember watching, and in episode 2 of the first season, they are in Brimsite's lair, and that whole, like, stone with the little egg-like orbs.
Oh.
It was just fun to see them specifically allude to that in this episode because, number 1, it helps feed into Keyleth the guilt of feeling like they're responsible for the dragon attack
Guys, what
when
Mm.
if this is our fault? We killed that blue dragon, Brimscythe.
they're
Do you think this
obviously
is
not.
revenge?
Yeah.
Um, and number 2, it shows, hey guys, we pointed to this.
Yeah.
We didn't do
Yeah.
this out of the blue.
On the nose there.
Yeah, a little on the nose, but yeah.
I like it. I like it.
hmm
Hello, yes, this stapler. I like it. I don't know why I did that.
But yeah.
Well, one thing that I noticed
hmm
was that I could still make predictions, right?
Yeah, you can still make predictions.
And you said, well, I think you kind of already alluded to the fact that the green-eyed little girl
Yeah,
might actually be a green dragon,
yeah.
right?
That is actually the
Aren't you a tough little tyke?
last point I've got set up for
Oh,
this
okay.
episode. I'm pretty sure, and I know for a fact this happened in campaign 1, but I'm pretty sure that they're alluding to specifically Raishon, the Green Dragon Raishon actually having slipped in amongst the refugees and is basically uh hiding out and such. Like I
Yeah,
said,
which is weird.
Raishon was the far most clever and crafty of all the dragons, even more than their leader Thordak.
Yeah. So so they'd be hiding for a reason.
Yeah,
Huh. I wonder
and
what that could
that
be.
is all my talking points.
Yeah, it's a pretty good episode.
hmm
Pretty good points.
Yeah.
Pretty
Um.
good length.
Yeah. We will see you guys next week, maybe. We might do another stream. Depends on how we feel. But
Yeah.
yeah. Um.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much, and hope to see you again. Also,
Uh-huh.
if you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, comment. It's something that's going to help the channel. And if you feel like throwing some money my way, check my Ko-fi page out. You don't even have to like subscribe to the service. You could
Uh-uh.
even hire me as a DM and have your own fun games.
Yeah. You can have your own adventure. And even if you hate what you're seeing, let us know in the comments
Mhm. You
how we
could
can improve.
yeah.
We're happy to.
Yeah. Also, if you feel like you could do better, we can try it.
We can battle. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
have an old fashioned dungeon master battle.
Uh-huh.
All
Anyway,
right.
well, have fun. You're always welcome at the hearth. And yeah, later.
See you guys.
And
Nice.